Welcome back to Larock's Cooking Adventure. I'm your host, Larock, and today we are here with Wifey Larock, and today she's going to show you guys how to
peel and cut pineapples.
So let's get right into this. Let's waste no time.
Okay, we have two kinds of pineapples. This is more ripe and this is less ripe. The first thing you gotta make sure to have is a sharp knife. You don't need to have a chef knife like this. The important is sharp. If you don't have a chef knife and you have a bread or serrated knife, you can use that as well. It will help you clean the pineapple, peel the pineapple. So, first thing, you cut the bottom of the pineapple like this. And then you're gonna cut the top of the pineapple like this. Okay. Then you're gonna move the pineapple on horizontal position. And you start peeling off the skin. So you gotta make sure you cut off these, I call it eyes, and they are kind of hard when you eat the pineapple and look ugly. So you move, you keep moving, rotating the pineapple around and keep peeling it. Okay, I'll show you also with this knife.
What's the difference between the chef knife and the serrated or bread knife?
Well, the serrated knife, it might be easier to use because all these teeth are gonna help you when you cut the skin off. It's a little hard, so if you don't have, like I say, a sharp knife, you can use the bread knife.
So the difference would be that a serrated knife has grooves and the chef knife is flat.
Yes. Okay, so then the pineapple is clean. If you have some spots like this, there might be overripe or might be a bruise or might be some of this, like this skin that is left behind, you can use either a peeler, the tip of the peeler, or a small knife. And you cut it around and you remove it like that. Or with this might be easier. If you don't have a lot of tools, this might work. Okay. Alright, so now it's clean. Okay, then if you only need chunks, you can cut the pulp of the pineapple around the core like this. This you go all the way down, and then you cut this part, and this part, and you make chunks.
For those who don't know, what is the core?
The core is the hard center. There's the round hard cylinder in the middle that I like it. It's crunchy and I like it, but usually it's not really good to eat. It's a little, there is a lot of fiber, and most of the people don't like it. It's hard. So I show you a little more fancy cut for the pineapple. So you can cut it in half. A little more fancy if you want to display the pineapple on a platter. Alright, you cut the pineapple in half, and then one half you divide it again in half. Make 2/4. To remove the core, you will use your knife at the you gotta incline your, you gotta incline your knife and cut the core from the pulp like this, like 45 degrees. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, when you have these slices, you can cut little slices like that, or if you won't have this knife, cutting. Then before open it, you want to maybe put it on the plate, on your serving plate, and something you want to do is push it a little bit so it spread out really easy and look nice. I show you also how to make big chunks. If you use the pineapple for smoothies, you don't really have a size, you just cut it in big pieces. Or if you want to have a fruit salad, it's very easy to cut the size you like. So with this other half, I show you if you want to have bigger slices. So what you have to do is get the half, incline the knife 45 degrees, and remove the core. You gotta be careful because pineapple is a little slippery. Like that. And then with the other side, okay. I remove the core, the triangle, so you have a slice that look like half moon size, like this. You can slices, make slices, big slices. Okay, and again, you're gonna transfer this pulp in your platter, and when you are on the platter, you push it gently like that. Ooh, too hard. And you're gonna open it up. Okay, so this is how you clean and cut a pineapple. Chunks, quarter slice, and half slice. Okay, with the second pineapple, I'm gonna show you how to make a more fancy presentation. I call it pineapple boat, and we're gonna use the pineapple with this. We leave the skin on and the leaf part on. So first you get your knife and you divide the pineapple in half. You gotta make sure you make like a clear cut. So use a little bit of energy. Okay. When you cut the leaf part, it might be a little bit more hard, so make sure you hold the fruit firmly. And okay, these are two halves of pineapple. We're gonna work on one half. So we cut again the half in 2 quarters, like that. Again, you divide the leaf part in half. Okay, like this. All right, this is gonna be the portion. So now what you have to do is separate the skin from the pulp, and you start from the bottom. You cut like that, and you go down. Maybe you want to use a smaller knife to do that.
Now when you're doing that, do you want to leave some of the fruit on the rind, on the skin?
No, just on this part. Just on this part, so the pineapple won't slide all over the places. One other thing you have to do is separate the core from the pulp. Like this. Okay. Usually this get pulled back, and with a toothpick, this is a little big, but with a toothpick you might hold it in place like that. So now you will have to cut little slices. And then one other thing, last thing you want to do is move the slices on side, so the pineapple is ready to eat. This is my pineapple bowl. So another thing I wanted to tell you guys about pineapple is when you purchase a pineapple, on the sticker there is a number. The higher is the number, the smaller is the pineapple. Usually the number goes from 5 to 7. So when you find number 5 means the pineapple is a big pineapple, it's a large pineapple, and when it's 7 is a smaller pineapple. Another thing I wanted to mention is if you are lucky and you have to get a nice leaf part, like the part I cut from the other pineapple earlier, and you want to use it as a decoration of your platter, you can do so. This is dry, and the pineapple was really ripe, so it got a little dry. Something you want to do to make it look nicer is get a little bit of oil. It doesn't matter what kind of oil, really. This is vegetable oil. And then you get a piece of paper towel. You dip it in the oil and you brush the leaves like that so they look more shiny. Sometimes these kind of leaves are good also to decorate, like a fruit cake. If you get like a nice leaf like that, or cocktail, want to put a little bit of green. You clean it up, put it on your cocktail and your pina colada, and looks fresh. Okay. So for today, that's all. For today it's everything, and I hope you enjoyed the video.
Guys, when you do this with the pineapple, make sure you brush both sides, because this is the side that's going to be seen by the people. You see that? See how ashy it looks? So you want to make sure you hit both sides. Show them, Ben, how you do it.
This. Okay. It's really hard to make this leaf part look good. It's real dry.
This is a dry pineapple, but typically when you get them, we've been sitting on this pineapple a few days, so kind of dried out in here. But when you buy yours and get yours will be fresher, and it'll be a lot easier to do. You can use a not a toothbrush, but a paintbrush, or if you have a spray bottle, that might help you to do it a little bit faster and a little bit cleaner. Rotate. Just want to go and get in there, oil this up. It's like lotion in your body. You get out the shower, you're all dry, and then you put some lotion on, and you become all nice. Skin look good, feel good. This is the same concept. You want to take care of your food. The Rocks are going to show y'all some things. That's right. Lotion your pineapple. Oh, baby. Okay, that's enough of that. Just wanted to show you that you can have an alternate use for this top instead of just basically throwing it in the trash can. Let's see. Do you have some of that fruit you just cut?
Yes.
Can I see some of it? We're gonna pretend that this is a fruit tray. Actually, don't we have some other fruit that we have just in there?
Yeah.
From breakfast or something? Okay, bring me some fruit. We're gonna give a quick demo. This wasn't a part of the video, but boom. See how nice she looks? Okay. Okay guys, we're truly winging this part. This was not a part of our show today. Matter of fact, babe, where's the, let's do this. Let's do this. We're gonna make a platter for real. Not scripted, just off the top of my head. This is what you're going to want to do with this pineapple top.
A little bit here. Usually when you make a fruit platter with the small fruit, you try to fill the gaps or the hole like here. You can put a little bit of grapes or some berries right here.
See guys, off the cuff, off the rip, that fast. Just some stuff we had sitting in the refrigerator, and boom, there it is. And don't forget that when you peel this back, you're going to want to have a toothpick and then slide it through and hold it to fold back.
Okay, with the toothpick you wanna do this. Oh my goodness, this cord is really hard. And you can put a cherry up here or a grape like that. It looks nice. This is your dessert.
Very nice, very nice. Let's have a look. Very, very, very nice. So, remember guys, when you're done cutting that pineapple, you can use the top, save it for later. You can cut a little half boat or something fancy like this, like Wifey Larock just did. I want to let you guys know that Wifey did a good job. She was extremely nervous. She isn't usually like that. So, if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. For all you new viewers, please subscribe to the channel. We thank you guys for taking the time to watch our video. Nothing but heart swag and love booster shots sent to you all. Mwah! The Larocks are out. Give them a kiss, babe. Nice.
Thank you.
Don't be kissing nobody, girl. Book that out. Oh, no cursing. Bye, guys. Ciao.
Ciao.